Hey, what's up everybody? Chris here, and today I'm bringing you my review of Mortal Kombat the movie. That's right, the 2021 movie, not the 1995 movie that I saw when I was a teenager and really enjoyed. This one's actually much better for a number of reasons, so let's talk about it. So I think it just goes without saying right off the bat that if you know what Mortal Kombat is, right, an ultra-violent video game, you kind of know whether or not you want to see a movie based on that or not. So if you hate the idea of the game and what the game is and just everything associated with it, then you're not going to like this movie. It's not going to be for you. But if you enjoy really kind of tongue-in-cheek humor, if you enjoy over-the-top bloody violence, which is in the game and is plentiful in the movie as well, you're going to have a really good time with this film. I went into it with kind of low expectations, and it exceeded them in pretty much every way. Now, I will say that there are some moments where the dialogue is really cheesy. It's sort of that, sort of ham-fisted game dialogue, coming straight from the video game that you would expect to see shoehorned into the movie because these references have got to be there. And I'm talking about things like flawless victory, or I don't even remember if they say fatality, but, that type of thing. That's what you would expect to see in the movie. It's there, but there's actually a decent amount of world building. It's nothing really too extravagant, or it doesn't have a ton of depth associated with it, but it works. It actually sort of envelops you in this sort of universe of, trial by combat, so to speak, death fighting, that sort of surrounds everything going on in terms of the plot. Now, I don't know that I would say the plot is paper thin. It's pretty thin, but it's serviceable. I mean, it certainly goes deeper than the video game. I think the plot is better than the 1995 movie when that was released. So in that regard, this has got certainly more going for it. And the way that it's filmed, sort of the cinematography and the shots and the way the action is set up, all works great. There's not a lot of quick edits. You can really see what's going on. It's all easy to sort of follow and understand. And so, again, in that regard, they sort of let the movie kind of do its own thing, and they give people what they want, which is, crazy, bloody fight scenes. And, I think, again, a lot of humor that's sort of embedded in that. And it mostly does work. I do think, when you think about Mortal Kombat, you think about a tournament. And this movie, and this is a little bit of a spoiler, I guess, in terms of the plot. This isn't really about the tournament. This is sort of a pre-tournament kind of thing. It's almost like Mortal Kombat Begins, if you want to look at it that way. But it works. It's a different spin on the material than we've seen in either the games or the previous movie. And it, is sort of a fresh take on it that I really enjoyed. I sat and watched this on my PS5 on HBO Max. I had my 3D Pulse headphones on, and I was just sort of immersed in the experience for the hour and 50-minute, I believe, or so runtime that it lasts, and I had a lot of fun with it. One thing that this movie finally gets right that, of course, the 1995 movie couldn't do because that was geared toward a younger audience because the game was new at that point. Now, everybody who likes Mortal Kombat or grew up with it are in their 30s, like me, and you want to see a hard R movie, and that's what you get here. And I gotta say, they do the fatalities justice. If you're wanting to go into this to see that kind of stuff, you're gonna get your money's worth out of it. It's not over the top. It's not, NC-17 level kind of stuff, but it is a hard R, and it works, and the effects look great. So yeah, I mean, it's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I highly recommend it to people who like the video game franchise, who can sort of roll with the punches when it comes to tongue-in-cheek, to use that phrase again, humor, and over-the-top action violence. You sort of know you're getting that. But if any of that sounds not appealing to you, then you're going to hate this movie, and I would say stay away from it. But for everybody else, yeah, I highly recommend it. So anyway, that's my review of Mortal Kombat. If you've seen it, let me know what you think in the comments below, and let's have a discussion. As always, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for my next video.